Hi, my name is Ty Jones and I am the director of the film Last Breath. And this is going to be the first of many video blogs kind of about the journey of me making my first feature film. And I thought I'd start out by just kind of talking about the passion of making this movie, and kind of goes hand in hand with why I became a filmmaker. And that was because I thought I could change the world with my movies. I know it's a utopian thought, but I've always felt that way. I remember I was on this hike with a buddy of mine. He's like, "You can't change people with your movies." And I'm like, "Yes, I can. I can do it." You know, I've always felt like that. And that's why my shorts kind of had always messages in them, just about my thoughts about the world. And so when I met with Aaron Law, who ended up producing our film and also acting as the dark figure in it, I said, "Man, I just want to make my first feature be something that can have an impact on the world and change people in some way." And so we talked and discussed, and I found a story that I had kind of dealing with the effects of marriage and the destruction and demise of one, and kind of put it in the horror genre to make it more marketable. And we set off to making this movie. And I remember in the very beginning, you know, when me and Aaron talked about our goals with this movie, I said, "Aaron," I said, "if one person, one husband watches my movie and thinks twice about cheating on his wife, I'm going to be happy." I said, if one couple look at their life and their marriage and see where their path is leading to and makes changes to protect that bond, I said, I'm going to be happy. Now, I'd love to make a lot of money with this movie, and I know you would too because you got a lot of money invested, but I said, that's my minimum goal, if we can have one person. So we went out and set off to make this movie. Spent 2 years shooting and editing and having test screenings, and it all led to our big premiere at the Kansas City Film Fest. And beautiful theater, brand new theater actually, packed house, 300 seats, all my Italian family, one of the greatest professional days of my life. And I'm nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, are they gonna like it? I mean, by this time I had spent 2 years watching this movie. You're talking 1,000 times I'd seen it. So when you watch a movie that many times, you just don't know. I remember walking out of our editor's room sometimes going, is this movie any good? Oh gosh. So here I am before my whole family and a lot of other people, packed house, and I'm like, are they gonna like it? Lights go dim, movie starts, and I start to see the movie affecting people. And it was amazing. And the ending credits started, and we got a standing ovation. But what was more amazing was after the film, women would just come up to me and they would be crying. Some women would just not even be able to say anything, would just hug me and thank me for making the movie. But the highlight even above that, after the party, after the screening, after everybody had gone home, I get this email, and I'm going to share it with you. Ty, I just want to personally thank you for your gift to me in your movie Last Breath. But I must be real first with you. I almost began the divorce process last week. And much to my shame, my kids saw my husband and I in one of our worst fights a few days ago. It was a God thing that I came, but I just felt like we were supposed to come and watch your movie. Your film was so surreal and brought life back into my marriage. My heart is crying for the pain that I've caused my kids because of my own pain. I tell my daughter that hurting people end up hurting other people. But to see it so vivid in a film causes tears to my eyes. I just want you to know that as my tears flow, Ty, I am praying for you and Aaron, and that you have a special place in my heart. So I get this email, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, wow. And I remember the next day I shared this with Aaron, and I said, this is why we made Last Breath. I don't know what else is going to happen with this movie, and I said, but this is our one person. This is my Academy Award. You never know how your movie, who it's going to touch. There's a great line from a film, my favorite director, Steven Spielberg, from his film Schindler's List. And it's the scene where Ben Kingsley looks up at Liam Neeson and he says, save one life and you save the world. And I think that's what we can do as filmmakers sometimes. We have the ability to change one person's world and to make them look at life differently. And in a sense, when you do that, I think you change the whole world.